you a question first.
Yeah, okay.
So hi everyone, this is Global Goals World Cup Clubhouse Talk Monday that we have every Monday. So you're here with Lucy Mills from FC Barcelona Foundation and Marie from Detroit, and we are having a team conversation today with Hope Fighters from Hamburg. So Hope Fighters, we met them because they played in the Global Goals World Cup in Copenhagen in May 2019, and I have amazing images of you guys. I mean, first of all, I did a very foolish breakdance with you, Shabnam. But then I also had this, you came driving from Hamburg. So, and suddenly it's like we're walking with all the other teams, and suddenly you just come up in the middle of Copenhagen and you just, drive very slowly next to all of us, and you just start yelling out the window, "Hey, everybody." So it was a good way to meet all you members of your team, just hanging out on the streets in Copenhagen in a car. So Shabnam, I would love to hear from you. In a sense, first thing is diving into what's the best thing for you to have your team.
The best thing to have my team. I'm sorry, I could not hear you because it's very loud here.
The best thing about having a team. Why having the good thing about having a football team, having this team, having these girls in your life?
The bad thing is because they gave me a lot of energy. So it was my first time to lead a football team, and as a leader, and they gave me a lot of love and support, and this was the best thing to do something together to fight for a goal, or to have a goal, and this was the best thing. Yeah.
So you chose. So you were a coach in our coach program, right? So in the Global Goals World Cup that we had last year, and so you were the one that. Did you pick the goal, or did you get together with all of you and did you choose the goal together? How was that process?
No, so we picked the goal together. So we decided to pick the goal number 4, quality education. So because we are our opinion is the key is the education. So to have a better future. So, and all of my girls, they are students, and so that's why we choose the number for the quality education. Yeah.
Well, somebody join in of talking about, what are some of the things that when you pick goal 4 that you decided that you wanted to do something for to create awareness of goal 4?
Oh, sorry, once again.
So will one of you talk about, when you pick goal 4, what were some of the things that went into your mind of saying, what can we do as a team for that goal?
Yeah, to give the girls the opportunity to have a better education. So this was our how should I say, yeah, our goal to bring the girls who has not the opportunity to have a good education. So, and was this the question?
Yeah, no, just figuring out what was, I mean, now I'm going to ask you, Dora, if you don't mind, just saying that what was in your mind when you choose a goal and you say, okay, goal 4, quality education, what came to you as thinking, okay, what are some of the things that we can do to put light on that goal?
So first I can say that everyone knows that education is the key to almost everything, to have the power. Like the power of knowledge is the most important thing to have, and not everyone has access to education. So at first that was our first was the first thing we thought. And when you think about other countries, for example, in Afghanistan, they don't have the education. So that first was our goal, but I don't know. I don't know actually. that was all. When it was actually very clear that for me, for example, education is the most important thing. More important than power or I don't know, money or something.
It's the basic, right? The basic.
Right. Yeah, it's the key actually.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think that one very important point for us was that even when we are here in Germany, in Hamburg, a very big city, our students don't think they have already in Germany the same chances to get the same education. And I mean, this is Germany. We are a big country, one of the biggest countries in the world, and we don't have to talk about Afghanistan or about Yemen or Sudan or Somalia. We are here in Germany. We already have the same problem that we don't have the same education for every student. It doesn't matter with migration background or without. If you are a German student or one from Turkey or Arab or whatever, they have the feeling inside. And I think this shouldn't be in a country like Germany. And this is what we want to show, that education is something very important. It's clear, but we have in Germany already to fight for it. It's not something. It's yeah.
What makes it? I mean, what is it that makes this unequal in a country like Germany?
Well, I think it's the family background or the background or where do you live. We have areas with many families where the parents can't speak German, they can't speak the language. So how they should help their children to get educated in school when they can't help them in homeworks or doing their homeworks, or they can't translate something when they go out, when they go to the doctor, the children have to do the work for the parents, but that's not the job of the children. And we have areas where there are just German people, their parents are doctors or lawyers or something like that. And then we have the other side. And we have very much of these different areas. And on this different area, the children also get different education. And this is the main problem we have, I think, we think.
Yeah, and I can say also that we have also special needs students in normal schools here in Germany. So it's inclusion, and we have that students in a normal class, but we don't have enough special need teachers also in the classes to help them. So they are a little bit lost in the classes, the students, and nobody can help him like normal students.
I mean, in a sense of with that knowledge that you have, right? Are some of you in engaging with it in schools? I mean, do you see also within your own of thinking of or coming up with ways and solutions? Sure. Do you want to tap into that one? Just curious if I mean, I think knowledge in a sense gives us the opportunity to create smarter solutions, right? So in the problem that you see in Germany, and of course in so many countries, if not all countries, are you seeing, or are you also working with different ways and solutions to try to change that inequality in education?
Sora, ich glaube, diese Frage geht ja auch eher an dich, richtig?
Well, I'm already a teacher and working in a school here in Hamburg, and I think it's the main problem we have to search for solution from the government. We have to start by the government, and I mean, they're doing a lot, but I think the main problem we have in Germany is that every city, was ist Bundesland? Yeah, every city can do their own.
Sag mal, City.
State.
Like Hamburg can do they are doing their own thing, and in Bayern or Nordrhein-Westfalen, they are doing their own thing. We don't have this one way we are going in school in Germany. And what we are trying in school, like as teachers, we try to focus on what has the children, on what knowledge they have, and on what we can base, and with what we can start, and how we can fördern,
Support.
Yeah, support them. And yeah, but I think we have more to look to the students. So what
they need.
Yeah, what they need, but not what they need, what they have. With what was das Fähigkeiten?
What skills they have.
Yeah, with which skills they are coming to school as a basic. And on this basic, we start with the basics. But the children's I'm working in an area where the children don't get so much support from their parents. And I think that's the main point. So where do I start as a teacher? Where do I start? Do I call their parents and say, you have to do this at home for the homeworks? Because the children, they don't make even their homeworks because they don't know how to do that. And so we have to work in school and outside school. And we as a team, we are searching for what we can do outside the school as Team Home Fighter.
See, I think that's super interesting, is of saying, because there are school systems, but what can the role of sport also be in this, right? Is there a way that sports teams can have maybe a deeper importance? I think that we all know how important and how great it is to have a team, but when you are a young child and you're coming into the world of sports, what could that experience be where it is maybe more supportive of education? It's not really a question. It's just a reflection.
Yeah.
Reflection of saying, could if you were running a football club, right? If your team was running a football club, and when you get little young players coming in for the first time, would you try to make them feel stronger in the world of course sport, but also in the world of education?
Yeah. Well, I think when you are in a team, or when you are membership in a team, you automatically feel stronger, because there are people, they are doing the same thing like you, but they are not the same like you, but you all do the same. And when you are in a team, you are never alone. So when I have problems, I'm sure I can ask Shabnam or Manija or Dora or Nausea to help. So I can call them. And I think when you are a membership on the team, you always have the background of helping people. And I think when we have this for our students, for our younger students, for special, and they need help for homeworks, because we have some children that are good in math or good in English or German or something like that, and they can help each other. So they just need time and an area where they can meet to help each other, because the main problem is they don't have the area.
Yeah, and I think this is the power of sport. So you can use it for your own, and you can use it for other things. So like how Sura told us, says, you can use it for help or support, and this is the power of sport. Yeah.
Yeah, hi guys. Really great to meet you and to know that you're all a team together. And Shabnam, you mentioned at the beginning that you're the leader. You set up the team, right, a couple of years ago. Is that more or less fair?
Yeah.
So I would like to ask your teammates. So Manija, maybe we haven't heard from you yet, or Nasir. How has Shabnam been as a leader of your football team?
Okay, come on, guys.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start. Shabnam was a really good leader. She organized and planned everything. So that was really nice, and we support her. And the trip we did, I think for 2 years ago, was really, it was fun. And yeah, I think she's a really good leader, and she did her job really good.
Thank you. I try my best.
Yeah, I can agree with Manija, and I can add that she's pushed us as a team leader, and she's also organized and authentic. She's really authentic with us.
Thank
and
you.
she's also a friend, but she's also a coach. We had a lot of fun with her.
Fantastic. And Shabnam, so yourself as a coach, what are some of the, I guess the biggest challenges that you face as a coach sometimes?
The biggest challenge. So the biggest challenge was, first, it was very stressful at the beginning, because it's not really easy to bring all the players at the same time together. So this was one of the challenge. And the second challenge was also to find a sponsor. So we looked so much forward to find a good sponsor, and it was not easy for us. But so Macon and the whole team from Goal to Goals, they helped us and support us with a sponsor. And I think this was one of the biggest challenge, and also the time to find the time to train together or talk together about the next step. And yes, but I had a lot of support from the girls, also from everyone, really. So everyone was with me together, so I was not alone with this stuff. And I had also support from Khalida and Shabnam Ruhin, and from the staff of the Global Goals. And so it was, at the end, it was very good. But first time it was a little bit stressful. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. And I think it's great as well that, I know that you're quite young, and but it, incredibly inspiring. So I think regardless of age, everybody can step up and lead and be an inspiration to other people. So I've heard a lot of good things about you, Shabnam, that's for sure. And it's nice to hear that your teammates say the same thing.
Thank you. I'm also happy. No.
And so of course you're all a football team together. And I assume that are you all living in Hamburg?
No, I live in Berlin. So a little bit more.
And I'm living in Marburg.
Okay. So how is it that you all know each other then?
Through the national team of Afghanistan.
Okay, so you're all players.
Not all of us.
Yeah, but first I have to tell you, so we are two teams. We have one team from Team 10 and also my team, Hope Fighters. So, but the most are from Hamburg. So, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes, and the other girls, I know them from my university. So I at the beginning of the tournament or for the application, I put a paper on the blackboard, and I was just writing, I need players for a tournament in Denmark and who are interesting about it. And and some of the girls, they was calling me, hey, I want to play at your tournament. And so this was the
How is the time or the status of the national team in Afghanistan right now? I mean, I met some of you, Khalida, and the way back in 2011, where she came to Denmark and played also in a tournament we had at that time here in Denmark, and that was my first real knowledge about the national team in Afghanistan. And now, I mean, it's 9 years later, and how are they doing? Or how are you guys? Are you still connected with the team?
Yeah, Dora, you want to say maybe something?
Okay, so it is of course hard that we all accept everywhere in the world, like there's not just one place, but thanks because of social media, of course, we all stay connected and we support each other on and off the field. It doesn't matter what it's about. And it's just, we're not just a team, in the last years, we sort of became a family. That's why it's easier to talk with each other and support each other. And yeah, I don't know, it's just, it gets easier when you have like a second family with you. And yeah, we try to stay in contact as much as possible. We try to meet and make like holiday arrangements or something. So I don't know, we got so close over the years because our goal is not just to play soccer. We are like role models for girls in Afghanistan or other countries who don't have the same freedom as we have, and that's what makes us all stick together and be together. And
yeah. So in a way, for anyone listening in and understanding that you are coming from Afghanistan originally, whatever way, and then living outside of Afghanistan now, but you also connected to the players, or to the, I don't know if you're all connected to the FA, but you connected somehow also to the players in Afghanistan, right?
Yes, we are, because even though we don't live in the same place, many of us weren't born in Afghanistan. We were born in Europe or in the USA or something. But like, because we were together and trained together and be together and heard of our stories, that's what made us stick together. And it's the same with the women with the teammates from Afghanistan. We know their story and they're so strong, and also made us so strong and made us appreciate what we have here. And we also talk to them a lot and text each other, say how we're doing, because it's important to keep it up.
I think that's the strength, right? Haven't we all seen the strength of also getting better at communicating online? Because in that sense, we can, I would say that as all players, but also as women, is that we can't necessarily afford or for many other reasons travel just around the world, but make sure that we actually stay strong by having a way of connecting together. And I think that with the Girl Power and Hope Fighters, it's a really good inspirational story to hear, that you have these different levels. I mean, you have your team in Hamburg, but you have also team players from all around the world, and I think that's inspirational to us also in thinking, you know, when we built the Global Goals World Cup, can you also connect players that are playing for some of the same goals? What are some of the other teams? I mean, I remember you also spending time together with the players from Holland in the tournament, right? They also played for education. I don't know if you're still connected with any of them. Are you?
Shabnam, maybe you?
From Holland, the players.
Have you still connected with some of them?
So no, we are a little bit connected, but not that much anymore. So we just sometimes talking about.
I think that I have the girls on Instagram, but I don't know.
Yeah, just Instagram. So on social media. Yeah.
Are some of you involved in the Girl Power organization then?
Yes, Shabnam and me.
Yeah. Can you tell us some of the activities that you've been doing through Girl Power?
So in Denmark, there is the Girl Power are supporting refugees, especially women. So Khalida is building a project to bring women with immigrant background together and help them, for example, in educations, or to join a sport team or something. And she's supporting the woman. So and this is the main thing what Girl Power are doing in Denmark. And so, and we try here in Hamburg to gonna build also a basic for women or for girls also with immigration backgrounds or not, to support them in football or in other things. So because I think we had the chance, for example, to study and for a good education, for example. And I think so we wanna build something to help the other girls as well, to have the same chances like us. And this is what we're gonna do in kind of workshops in schools. And this is the plan for the future also, to visit more schools and to make more Aufmerksamkeit, attention to us, or for this what we are doing. So, and it's also our goal. Yeah.
And Manija as well, you said that you're also involved?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manija is also.
And in what way? How have you been involved then?
Yeah, like planning or something like this. But all the girls are helping. We are not like just saying, yeah, you all the only person who are doing the whole thing. We are just like, okay, everyone has a part. Like she's maybe for example, she's looking for the schools, or she's calling the schools. Okay, can we come for a workshop or something? And the other girl is doing the other stuff. And so we're gonna try to bring all the girls together and to do to share our work. Yeah.
Great. And of course, you guys, you're all sportswomen and have a lot of experience playing football in particular, right? And I guess, Shabnam, you talked about the work that Girl Power is doing in Denmark with refugee women. So of course, there's still a need for refugee women and migrant women in Europe to become, to be involved more in sports and physical activity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you think some of the ways that, I mean, obviously, Suri, you said that you're working in a school, and a couple of you are working in organizations, and you have team Hope Fighters. So you've got a really good reach and a really good network to try to engage more refugee and migrant women through your networks of organizations and schools. So I imagine it's like linking and connecting and building your network through Europe, right?
Yes.
I would love to know what you would, in a sense, what would you recommend to a new team that was going to play in a Global Goals World Cup when it comes to, is it the whole thing about saying, okay, if you want to go out and have conversations with schools, what are some of the things that, to pay attention to?
Well, I think we had it a little bit easier because my sister, Nausea, she's also becoming a teacher. And we, as Shabnam said, we all have our parts, and we are connected to many schools because we work at many schools. So that was a little bit easier for us to get connected with people's school directors or other teachers. But I would say to other people, start with little steps, because if you try to make bigger steps, you can fall down easier instead of making little steps, because you have to look which school is good, where we can start maybe and make our mistakes because we will make mistakes, and then do our reflection and say the other time we are doing in this way, and which school we are picking for this. Are we going to the same school again with the same students, or do we pick another school with other students? And I think it doesn't matter what you are doing, you just have to do little steps, really step by step. I think this is what I say. And don't be shy to speak to people. Call everyone you know, ask for help, because when you don't ask for help, you don't get help. So I think, yeah, do make little steps and yeah. Ask
And are you involved in football teams in your own town, cities at the moment? Are you still playing, some of you?
Yeah, I mean, it's with Corona, it's a little bit difficult.
Well, yeah. in so-called normal times.
Yeah, before Corona, yeah, we played, my sister and I, we start playing with Shabnam and her sister in the team. And a couple of years ago, I think Manija and I, we played for a month for a team together. So yeah, we are playing and we are connected.
Great. And how about you?
How have you been staying active during the Corona time? I mean, how have you been doing your trainings when you couldn't meet?
Well, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. The good thing is about soccer is you just need a soccer ball and a little bit of space, and that's all. So the training isn't that difficult. You just like the whole workouts, you can just Google it somewhere on social media stuff. There are a lot of variations, and soccer, I would say it's very easy, but you still try to the most difficult thing is just to stay motivated and stay doing that, because that's when you play soccer, you play as a team, so you have a team which supports you. And the good thing with our team is that we stick together. It doesn't matter on what times it is. And these times during the virus stuff, it's more difficult to stick to your routines, to your training. But if you have a good supporting system, like for example I have with these girls here, it's easier to stick to your workouts, because you know that, for example, Shabnam is also like playing soccer, and Manija is playing soccer, so you know in your head like I'm not alone. So that makes it easier for me personally.
For me too.
Shabnam, you're playing and you're coaching then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
I prefer more to play. But I'm also happy if I can lead.
Oh, brilliant.
I think it was, Shabnam, I think that it was super inspiring, because when we met you, in a sense, we already had a coach from Germany, and we could, because we were funded by the EU, we had this one coach from each country. But I remember we were reading through and looking through your CV and your application, and we were just like, we have to find a way to make sure that you also get involved in the project. And I think that there's, both because you are young in a sense, but also just because you put a beautiful story and beautiful energy into it, and it was, I mean, throughout the time you were a great person in getting involved with the whole group and engaging in how to develop the coaching program, because for us the coaching program was not just telling you what to do, but it was, can we inspire each other, all of us, to do more wherever it is that we are living. So I think that was super inspiring for us. So thank you for engaging in that way, and also thank you for bringing the team in talking today. So before we stop, I would love to just hear a little bit about your experience of playing in the Global Goals World Cup, because at the time when I'm in the middle of an event, my mind just goes zzz. So I'm very busy to pay attention to everything. So I would love to hear from you.
So who want to start?
You can start.
I can start. Okay, good. Yeah, my experience. It was one of the best tournaments. So it was so organized. This was very, very good. And our goal was not only to win the tournament. So, and our goal was to make a lot of attention of ours, what we are doing, of what we are doing, and we did it. I think we made it very good. And not only our team, also the other teams. And the tournament, it was amazing. I didn't know that it would be so good, but at the end, I was very inspired from the tournament, and I'm very, very happy that I had the opportunity with my team together to play at this tournament. And I wish for the future maybe we have also again the opportunity to join the tournament and make maybe more projects. And yeah, I'm very happy, and I'm very happy to know you guys, Meike and Lucy and all the other stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my first time. And I'm very happy to be a part of this big thing, because I couldn't imagine that it would be such a big thing. When I heard about it, I thought, okay, we are playing soccer and we are playing football and we have our project. And it was so small for me. And then we came to Denmark and it was so big. And I was so surprised, but in a very good way. And it felt very good. And I'm very happy to be a part of this whole thing, of the whole Global Goal family, I would say. And I'm very excited what the future brings, and I'm excited what we are doing as a Hope Fighter team.
Yeah, I can add, it was also I agree also Shabnam and my sister Sora, but I think it was also great to meet other people with the same goal and speak about them, how they want to achieve it in their city or country, and also to meet other people with another goals and talk about another goals with them, and yeah, get connected with them.
Yeah, I just agree totally. Just my expectations, it was my first time too. And I thought, okay, it's just soccer. We just play soccer, get to know other people, and that's all. But to see how huge it was in the end and how committed everyone was, and how, so even though we didn't know the other teams and other people, they were totally strangers. But the first thing was we connected because we all have the same goal. And it's not just about soccer, it's just a huge platform, and we have to educate everyone. And if we, in just a time when I was home, I was like, this is not the end. You have to, you can do, as a single person, you can do so much. You can reach so many peoples and inspire them. And it was just, I don't know, I really liked it, and I hope I'm gonna be there next time too. It was very interesting.
So it was my second time, and the second time was much better than the first time, because on the first time it was a little bit unorganized, and the second on the first time we didn't saw the other girls, and I don't know, we were on the apartment, only our team, and this time we meet other girls, we could talk with them, and yes, it was really nice.
So it just feels like, on that note, it's just, no, thank you all for saying that. We had a beautiful time in trying to organize that. There was teams coming in from 12 different countries, and just finding a way that we felt that everybody could feel that they had a chance to connect together. So good to hear that. So, but I think if any of you have something else to add to this, then we would love to know. But I'll just say that I'm really grateful for you to sharing your story, and for everyone who's listening in, know that this is an amazing team from Hamburg. If you're ever there, reach out but they also work very strong globally when it comes to also around giving women a chance, all women a chance to play football by really promoting the Afghan players. And I think by now we many of us have heard stories about the situation both in Afghanistan and about the sense of strong role models in all of you Afghan players. So amazing stories. Yeah. Shabnam, do you want to close up by saying something?
Yeah, thank you guys. I love you.
Perfect.
And yeah, hopefully we see each other soon again, and yeah, and stay healthy.
Yeah, I hope that you will come and play in whenever we can play again in a tournament. There comes a time where we will, of course, open up again, and then we'll start playing around in the world.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
Thank you for
Great, great
Thank you
seeing
so
you here.
much.
Thank you so much for joining in.
You're welcome.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.